This is a company that acts like the middleman between the government and the suppliers by providing an online platform for the government to buy stuff. So this makes the entire process of public procurement much more efficient and much more transparent. So let's have a closer look at what CPP does. Like I said before, there are so many processes that the government goes through when they want to buy something. Right now, this process goes through about 650 procurement entities. This is where CPP comes in. Instead of doing all these buying activities offline, CPP provides an online website for these producers to conduct businesses. The competitive advantage of CPP is that they are the first company to be authorized by the Chinese government to do this e-public procurement business. This means that they are the only player right now in this field. Aside from all the general government purchasing activities, CPP also provides financial guaranteeing services for its suppliers. What is a financial guarantee? Well, for example, if a supplier is unable to fulfill its offers from the government, CPP will actually cover that cost to the government. This guarantee makes it less risky for both parties to do business with each other. Whoever wants a financial guarantee must pay CPP a certain fee. This is how the company makes money from its financial services. Other types of revenue come from service fees that CPP charges its suppliers. These are things like membership fees, credit authentication, and many other services. With the increasing purchases by the Chinese government every year, there is certainly a great potential for the business of e-public procurement for CPP and many other companies for that matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Charles Lau. He is the Executive Director and Chief Investment Officer at CPP.
We are the operator and service provider for an electronic trading platform, which is specifically provide service for China government public procurement services. That means within the platform, the government they buy things through us, and then we, the supplier, provide services to the government through the same platform that we facilitating the trading together.
So you are the middleman.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So how do you make the money from, can you explain us the revenue structure of your firm?
We make money by providing value-adding services to the supplier. That means the basic services we provide is, of course, the supplier certification, because for government procurement contract, all supplier got to be certified before they are able to bid on government tender. One thing. And the second thing is we provide information to the suppliers about all these public procurement tender information. And then we provide further information analysis to the suppliers about the trend, the transaction, and then the pricing, etc. And the third thing is for those suppliers, we provide additional services like something to do with logistic, insurance, and more importantly, we're providing financing services to the supplier to enable them to complete the government contract. Yeah.
Could you explain a bit more about the financing service you're talking about with the suppliers? What does this mean?
One typical services we are going to provide to supplier is the loan guarantee. Suppose if you are a supplier and you success in a government tender, you short for of cash to complete the contract, we will provide you a guarantee to the bank that working partner in partner with us, and then the bank will provide finance to you. And then once you complete the contract, the government would make settlement to the bank, and then the rest balance would pay to you. Yeah.
So then the revenue would come from, all the credit, like supplier authentication, and from your financing of the suppliers.
Yep, and also providing tailor-made information to the supplier.
Oh.
Suppose if you are a computer supplier, you want to know in China, the government, which region buying the most computer, what format, what brand they're going to buy, we are able to provide this information to you. Yeah. And also another thing is, suppose you are a supplier in one of the city of China, Shenzhen, you may not able to know what is happening in Beijing, Qingdao. And then once you tell us, you need all the tender information in relation to certain product or your product, like a computer notebook. In that sense, for each of the regional local government, when they need to buy notebook that fit your supplies, we would feed you up the information to you.
I see.
Yeah. Many of the local government, they also start to work online for all this public procurement. However, each of the local government is actually somewhat like a isolated island. They work on their own. There is no connection connect all the local government that could help to supplier to deal with it on an efficient manner. And of course, the price variance across China is also very, very big. With the development of our platform, we would help to ensure efficiency, transparency of information, and which will do good in both parties. For supplier, you will more easily in doing business. For the buyer, the government, they are able to get a lower cost on all these transactions.
In the future, maybe do you have plans to expand to other clients besides
certainly.
government?
Currently, our client is mainly government and business, G2B. But actually, we are also on the road migrating to cover also B2B, business to business. Because one of the mainstream is the public procurement platform. The second mainstream of our income is the financing to supplier of public procurement. And the third one we are going to develop is the industry segment trading platform. In that sense, it would also cover B2B. Yeah.
What is industry segment trading? You mean specific industries like
specific
energy?
Industry like energy, seafood, or publication, etc.
I see. And is the government required to use this particular website when they're trading now? Because CPP is owned by the state, right? Kind of.
Our shareholder, about 20% of them is state-owned, government related. Yeah.
So are they required to use CPP now that they're doing public procurement?
There is not a law saying that they have to use, but however, through our major shareholder and also promoted by the relevant institution and also the central government promote the adoption of a open, transparent e-platform just like us. As such, you can see from our website, our trading platform, actually, the one who authorized us to operate this is through the central government of China. Yeah.
And right now, how many public procurement entities are using your service?
Currently, 22 procurement center has signed up to work with us, and then we are in the stage of helping them to change their software and hardware of the trading platform so that they end up to migrate to us and connect it to us all together. And then apart from that, we were going on talking to some other local procurement centers to draw them to connect to us. Yeah.
I see. And how many suppliers do you have listed as members?
Currently, out of these 22 procurement centers, there's already 170,000 suppliers already. Yeah.
Wow. So quite, growing in numbers.
Yeah, it's leaping all the time.
I see. And
growing very fast.
What is the main risk of your business?
The main risk is if the government do not buy, then that will be a big risk. But this risk is low. Of course, when we involve in financing to the suppliers, of course there's a risk. The supplier would default or they are unable to complete the contract and unable to get the payment from government. But based on the past histories, out of statistic analysis, the rate of default for these government supplier actually is very low. But of course, we will migrate this risk through deposit, laying out a deposit requirement, and also another thing is by sub-insurance with other institutions. Yeah. Of course, the most important thing is we have a very mature credit background check on all these suppliers before we are able to extend our guarantee.
Right, and in the future, how big do you envision this business becoming? Are you planning to expand outside of China or anything?
Yeah, we do. I think maybe down the road, another opportunity provided on us is a GPA agreement. In that sense, China will end up open the market to the international player, and then international supplier would be able to bid in China, and then China's supplier able to bid outside China and the international public procurement market. In that case, we are in a role helping supplier in China to go overseas, and at the same time coordinating with the helping international supplier to do trading in China.
All right. Well, thank you very much for today.
You're welcome, Pisa. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was CPP. Hopefully you guys now have a much better understanding of the business of public procurement. Anyways, I'll see you guys back in Thailand. Bye! Hey guys! Don't be mistaken, this is not a cooking show. I'm actually goofing around in a very beautiful furniture showroom. So why don't you come with me and we're gonna have some fun.